And now, Big Man, Big Shadow. A fashionable hotel. A woman somewhat expensively overdressed. She is talking to a man who casts but a small shadow. A pale, balding little man wearing thick spectacles and out-of-town clothes.
No, Henry, it's impossible. Utterly impossible.
Oh, I don't see why, Marion. After all,
Don't start that again, please. All right, so you love me, I know that. I'd be a fool if I didn't after all this time, wouldn't I? But can't you understand I'm living for the first time in my life? You wouldn't fit in here, Henry. Oh, I've dreamed of being accepted in society ever since I was a girl, and now I am.
All right, but they learn to accept me, these new friends of yours.
You? I've described the kind of man I'd marry, Henry. He's half the reason people have taken to me as they have. It started on the train coming down. Two of the women in the compartment were talking about their husbands. They sounded such rich, important men, big men, and the kind who cast a big shadow. Dominant, important. And then they asked me about mine.
And?
I invented him. A big game hunter. Bring 'em back alive Carstairs. Guy Carstairs. I described our life together, the dangers we'd faced in the wilds of Africa, being gored by lions.
Yeah, you're thinking of bulls, Marion.
We were gored by lions, trampled by elephants.
Oh, I see. Yeah, but this remarkable figment of your imagination always brought them, and you, back alive.
Always. Oh, everyone was so thrilled when I talked about him. I even began to believe in him myself.
Yeah, how did he die?
Nobly, fighting on a lost frontier against insuperable odds.
Yes, well, I can see that offering to take his place is rather a presumption on my part.
Can you, Henry, really? When I close my eyes, I can see him quite clearly. Tall, broad-shouldered, a lock of unruly dark hair over his sun-tanned forehead, strong wrists, and hands that look strong, can be so gentle, square-jawed, eyes that look deep into one's soul.
Oh.
Inventing Guy Carstairs has made these people accept me, Henry. I'm invited to the kind of places I've always dreamed of visiting. Society. I'm one of them now because of him.
And his shadow.
Oh, don't spoil things for me now, Henry, please. You know how fond I am of you, and it's only for a few weeks.
Your father warned me that you had a lively imagination, Marion. Warned me of what marriage to you would be like. Yeah, but I didn't expect you to come to the city and make a complete ass of yourself.
But I haven't, Henry, and it's not for long. Oh, go on back to Sandy Point and wait for me. Now, don't ask me to introduce you to them. How could I explain it to them?
After bringing back alive Carstairs, it would be difficult, I admit.
Oh, it would break my heart, having to admit that for 20 years we've run the general store at Sandy Point.
General store and post office, Marion, and between the two they cast a much bigger shadow in a small town than your precious Guy Carstairs. Yeah, and there's something else. When you do come home, get rid of those fancy clothes and that hairdo. I want my wife back, not Guy Carstairs' widow.